Welcome into Real Deal Sports Talk with your boy KP. We got a lot to talk about today. Thanks for tuning in. All right, how's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week going? I hope everybody's week is going very well. I hope everybody's having a stress-free, wonderful time. School's getting started, and I work over at Manual High School for DPS, Go Thunderbolts, and registration's kicking off today, so I was there helping out with registration. Long day of registration, but glad to see the kids coming back, glad to see the things kicking off, and glad for the new school year. I'm having some problems enunciating tonight. So, things that are going on. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's going viral right now. There's an artist from the First Nations, Mike Eval, I believe it's pronounced. He made a culturally appropriate logo for the Chicago Blackhawks. And this is it'd be one of the best sports logos instantly if the team decided to go ahead and switch over to this logo. If you haven't seen it, check out the Facebook page. I got it posted there. They take the same color scheme, the same feathers, and instead of having a stereotypical Native American image in the logo, they put in an actual Blackhawk. And this is a fierce-looking image. I mean, this is an amazing logo. It transferred to a lot of different sports that have teams with similar names. And, we've heard the complaints for years. We've heard the complaints about the Washington team. We've heard the complaints about the Chiefs and many college teams. In fact, there's one of the teams in South Dakota or North Dakota. I honestly don't remember anymore. I should have looked this up. They changed their name this past season from a Native American stereotypical name to something else. The only school or team or anything that I've heard of that's actually gotten real recommendation or acceptance or authorization to use the name that they use is the Florida State Seminoles. It was, maybe 5-6 years ago, somewhere around there, that the Seminoles tribe there in Florida gave the blessing and said the way that the university depicts the warrior who comes out on the field with the fighting spear and all of that is fine with them. They're good with it. And they basically gave their blessing to the university to go ahead and keep doing what they're doing. And, I understand the naysayers who are like, forget it, it's tradition, that's the team name, this is who I root for. Look, everybody gets rooted in something. We all put blinders onto things and see things from our own perspective. That's what makes us individuals. That's the greatness of humanity. However, that doesn't mean what we think or what we believe is the right way to go about it. If we want to get along and we want things to be good, not PC, not politically correct, not so we can tiptoe around or not hurt people's feelings, it's just about what's right and wrong. It's a very clear line what's right and what's wrong. If at all you question it, it's wrong. It's that simple. Who questions something that's so right? And there's a lot of teams out there like that. But this logo, could change the whole focus of the conversation. You start coming up with some logos like this that would honor the name and still show some kind of machismo fierceness in the logo for the team that they can sell, which this logo would sell very well. And if they do adapt it, hopefully Mike can get some of those dollars for that, because this is an amazing logo. So again, check it out. It's out there to see. Moving on, Bleacher Report had something this week done by the War Dogs on Michael Phelps, and they say that he's the greatest Olympian there ever was. Now I question, is that the greatest Olympian that ever was? Or is that the most decorated Olympian? Is that the most accomplished Olympian? Because we've had some great Olympians, both in the Winter Games and the Summer Games, dating all the way back throughout time. And in swimming alone, sure, Michael Phelps is unmatched. What he's accomplished is unbelievable. And we'll talk about that here in a minute with a few numbers from their report. It's like a little video. It's on the website. It's on our Facebook page, so check that out, Real Deal Sports Talk with KP on Facebook. But it got me to think. Tried to remember all the Olympians that I've seen. The Olympians I love to watch, the Michael Johnsons, the Carl Lewises. I really like the track athletes, the Usain Bolts. Those are the guys, I don't know. When it comes to summer games, the sprints are the ones that I like the most. Not all track and field events, but the sprints. Those are the ones I really like to tune into. I like to tune into, obviously, the men's basketball. And outside of that, I kind of pay attention here and there to what's going on. I'll watch a volleyball here and there. But, I like to tune into the sprints. So those are the guys that it really got me thinking about. So I started trying to think of, some track athletes or some gymnasts. And I remembered the 96 gymnastics team. And I tuned into almost all of their performances. That was a great performance they had going on that year. They performed well on all of their events. The Carrie Struggs thing went down with the broken ankle in the vault, and that team was just amazing to watch with what was going on down there in Atlanta in 96. The world records that get broken and the sprints are great to watch. So, they're saying Michael Phelps is the greatest Olympiad ever. And they have some pretty good numbers to prove their point. And obviously there's the Mark Spitz. Well, a couple Olympics ago, Phelps went ahead and he surpassed what Spitz had done with the 7 gold medals in one Olympiad. He surpassed the total amount of medals. So right now, this is straight from War Dogs on Bleacher Report. Michael Phelps has more gold medals in his career than 186 countries. Not other swimmers, not other people who swim in his event, not other, Americans or whatever. 186 countries. He has more gold medals than. That's unbelievable. That's remarkable. Are you kidding me? 186 countries? That's wow, right? Wow. And he's coming up on his 4th Olympiad. This is the 4th games he's going to participate in. Probably his last. And he's got his 18 gold medals, individual gold medals, are more than double anybody else. This Olympiad, he's going for his 4th straight, his 4th straight 200 individual IM. I mean, this just doesn't happen. For so long, for so many medals, it's just dominant. So, to their point, they've backed it up very well. He's a great Olympiad. And I mentioned, the 96 team and some of the other things that got me thinking about with sprinters and whatnot. But it got me thinking more, about cultural relevance at the time. The first time things happened. Things of that nature. It got me thinking about Jesse Owens. A guy we talked about last time, Jim Thorpe. Different athletes that have crossed over in the Olympics, like a Herschel Walker, who was on a bobsled team. Or a Shaun White in snowboarding. Or a Gabby Reese in volleyball. And really what it comes down to is your greatest Olympiad is your greatest moment. Your greatest memory. The one time that you tuned in and watched something and it just really caught you. That's what makes the greatest anything. This is their perspective. This is what they think. And like I said, the numbers and the way they put it together, they have a great point. He's a great Olympiad. He's very decorated. He's very accomplished. I hope he does very well again this year down in Rio. But it's all relative, to each their own. It's up to you to decide what your favorite Olympic moment is. Maybe your moment comes this year down in Rio. Maybe Missy Franklin does something for a young listener out there and inspires them to go do something. Or the young soccer player from here in Colorado who's made the women's team, who quite frankly could be one of their top players in helping bring home a gold medal. Could inspire countless young girls. Young boys as well. I mean, come on now. Athletes are athletes. Respect the game. So, something to think about. Pay attention to the Olympics. We got the opening ceremonies here on Friday. Tune in Friday night. Check them out. They're always fun to watch. Michael Phelps will be carrying the flag for us this year. So, good job for him. An honor. He gets to carry the flag out at such a tremendous event as the opening games. When we come back from break, we'll hit some headlines. Later in the show, we'll have the good, the bad, and the ugly, and of course, the Let's Get Real segment. Hey guys, the NFL season is almost here, and you know what that means? Fantasy football is right around the corner. Did you win your fantasy league last year? Would you like to win some extra money playing in a daily fantasy football this season? If so, the DirtCannon.com is here to help. You can get numbers and projections anywhere. But if you want to build a winner for a full season fantasy team, or just looking to win consistently in daily games, then do what I did and join the DirtCannon.com. They have it all in one place, fellas. Whether a bronze member or a silver, they will hook you up. I recommend the silver package. Starting today for the silver package, use my code RDST and you will get a customized 2016 NFL Draft Kit, Draft Day Intelligence, and access to their award-winning lineup analyzer with expert insight and analysis. So win your league, make some money, and take home the bragging rights with the DirtCannon.com, and use Real Deal Sports Talk's promo code RDST. And for the first month, with my code RDST, get $4.99 off the first month of your silver membership. Definitely check that out. Fantasy leagues are getting started here soon. A lot of drafts are getting going here at registration today. While I was over at work, I heard some of the guys walking around saying when their phone cut out that they were missing their draft and didn't know what was going on. So definitely check out the DirtCannon.com and get that going for you. They'll help you out. Oh, headlines. Let's start off with the Hall of Fame game, right? Let's start off with the first football game of the season. Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. here in locally. And we got the Packers and the Colts. I mean, that's a good game, right? We got Rodgers, we got Luck. And sure, they might each play 5 or 6 plays, but football's back, so who cares? The Hall of Fame game, it's something for me that I try to tune into every year. I have missed it in years past due to, various things happening, maybe even sometime just forgot it was on. But it's something that I try to remember every year. I enjoy watching the induction ceremony. I enjoy watching all the coverage that goes with the Hall of Fame. It's definitely one of those things that's on my bucket list as a sports fan and a lifelong football guy. To get out to Canton, check out the Hall of Fame, try and catch an induction ceremony and a Hall of Fame game, make it a good weekend. That would be something that would be very cool to me. That would be one of the top things to me that could happen as a football fan. So I try and catch the game every year. I enjoy the first game. I enjoy watching the second string guys and the third string guys, and some of the guys I can start picking out that might make a practice squad or be available for different teams to pick up, or somebody who just